Welcome to Darwin, the capital of the Northern Territory, or as I like to call it, Australia's Wild West. The Northern Territory is just that, a territory. It's not officially a state. It's a place where up until 2007, the roads here had no official speed limits. Drivers were free to go as fast as they dared, and even today, some stretches are trialing open speed again. Life here moves at its own pace, where Australians joke the NT stands for not today, and the rules and laws apply, sometimes. But this is also a place that holds a lot of history. Darwin's history is as wild as its landscapes, and it was bombed 64 times during World War II, and then Cyclone Tracy tore through 80% of the city on Christmas Eve in 1974, forcing a mass evacuation. But through all of that, Darwin has blossomed into a vibrant multicultural hub, and about 140,000 Territorians live here. That's over half the NT's population. For sailors, Darwin is a key stop on the international cruising route, with boats arriving from across Australia and the world, either heading to the Kimberley coast or clearing out for Indonesia. And today we're taking you along as we explore this unique top-end city. Come explore what this city has to offer, especially for cruisers. One of the things you should know before we get ashore is that the tides here are no joke. The Northern Territory sees some of the biggest tides in Australia, swinging up to 9 meters in a single cycle. Leave your dinghy tied up in the wrong spot and you might come back to find it high and dry, or floating away. Around here, the saying goes, the tides move faster than your morning coffee kicks in. We're coming into the pontoon at Dinah Beach at the moment, but check this out and all the tenders that are here. So the pontoon's there. This is a massive boat for here, and then you've got tinnies here. And
so what happens is all of this comes out at low tide, and when it does, the pontoon sits on the bottom and all the barnacles come out, which isn't the best for inflatables. We also sometimes get a fair bit of wind coming in here. So the trick that we do is we come off at the end here, and then if you spin around and show them, Kate.
The end bit here, this can get very dangerous. It looks very mild, but that can actually destroy a tender pretty quickly.
So what we do, you can see a lot of these tinnies and that, they have their outboards up and stuff like that, and we absolutely love our true kit. So we don't want to get it damaged. So what I do is we'll come on in and we'll pass the rope up to Kate up there. Kate will tie it off in the middle here, so our tender will show you once it's all tied up, but it's away from everyone and it's all good. A little trick, when you do come in here, you need 2.5 meters of tide. So the average tides up here, even if you're in the neaps, the lows are all above 2 meters anyway, so it's not that long where you can't come in here. We have been caught out. We'll have to show you that photo very shortly, but yeah, it's very accessible. But 2.5 meters, you can come in here, no worries, tie up in the middle and go off and explore Darwin.
So what we do is we take the rope, and right now I'm just pulling the tender out this way. We also put the outboard up, so the outboard's fully up like that, and that just means that when it goes to low tide, the outboard isn't sticking in the mud. One of the things that we really do like about the True Kit too is the True Kit sponsons sort of protect the outboard as well. So if you look, like the sponsons go out like this, so the True Kit, it protects the outboard. So like when it bounces against not just the outboard, it's got a little bit of protection there. But yeah, we're just pulling it to the middle at the moment. There it is. I've been judging it the past couple days by the rust spot on here. There's a rust spot on there, and this is the pole I've been tying it off to. And then as the tide goes in and out, this wharf arm also goes up and down. So the length of the rope has been really good, and it hasn't like strangled the tender at low tide. But yeah, It's amazing how much the tide goes out here. But this is our trick for the Dinah Beach pontoon.
So it's super cheap. We've joined as temporary members, which is only 20 bucks a person for the month, and you get full use of the facilities. They've got really awesome careening poles here, and if we zoom into the numbers on the front there, that's how many meters of tide you need. So even if you're a shallow draft, you need 6.5 meters of tide just to get in here. So you can't quite see the 0.5, but it's 6.57, 7.5, then 8 meters worth of tide where they are there. Now they're full facility careening poles, so you've got power and water on them, 2 sets of them there, so you can have a few boats in, or you can bring your boat in alongside here. You hire a crane, and a crane will lift the boat up and out through to here, and it's really, really cheap hard stands. It's absolutely awesome.
Let's show you guys the Dinah Beach Yacht Club, because this place is pretty freaking awesome. So you come in here, this is all outdoor, indoor, covered in drinking area. You've got the bar up here, which always has specials, and if you become a member you get a discount. There's a drinking fountain just over here, so as you bring your tender in, because we all know water is precious on boats, we bring our water bottle in, empty, and we fill it up here, and it's nice, it's ice cold. They've got a members notice board all here, so if you're selling anything, you can put your flyer up, and you can browse that too to see if there's anything that you need. But also out here is all this gorgeous, gorgeous sitting area, outdoor sitting area with string lights and everything. And then for the food is all just a different separate entity, but it's just right here. And then they have a park, which is the best part. So you can sit right there, you can eat your food and have your drinks and everything just behind me, and watch the kids from either here or over there. But you can keep an eye on the kids in the sand pit, and my kids are playing.
It's not bad, it's a lot of fun. You can see over here, Charlie's got all sorts of toys, so there's a big bin full of toys, and yet it's a nice controlled sand pit to keep playing with it.
We paid $20 per person for a temporary membership, which wasn't including Charlie. She was free. But that was for use of the pontoon and amenities, and this yacht club is pretty unique. It is run by sailors for sailors. It's practical, functional, and focused on what liveaboards need, and it's the official headquarters for liveaboard sailors in Darwin, and a favorite pit stop for cruisers. Let's also show you guys the facilities here at Dinah Beach. So this is the laundry area as well. So in here we've got washers, 3 washers, 2 sinks and 2 dryers as well. So it's quite nice. Plus, I really like the option of line drying. So just putting your laundry out on racks like this and drying it in there. You save money and you save the clothes a little bit. I feel like sometimes mine get eaten up in the dryer and they end up with holes, but I love when towels go in dryers. So I like the options of line drying, saving a bit of money, plus having the option of doing dryers as well. But they also have a book exchange. They've got lockers, so if you're a long-term person here, you can use the locker, and they have a fridge as well, which is pretty gosh darn cool. And then in here is the bathrooms. So I've double checked before I came in here if anyone was in here using the toilets or the showers, and there's no one. But the facilities here are also really great. Like the toilets are all separate. They've got nice big walls and everything. And then the showers, they've got a code here. I'll put the code in. There we go. And these are the showers, nice big showers. And then if you're a permanent, like a long-term person here, you can grab a locker and you can put a lock on your locker, and you can keep your shampoos and conditioners and what else, toiletries in there. And then they've got towels, like the racks and everything. So a lot of the long-termers will keep their towels and shampoo and everything here, which is pretty cool. And I love this feature. I love the feature of the fan here, because as we get into the wet season and it getting hotter in Darwin, that just keeps the air moving, and then when you get out of the shower it just helps you dry off, which is really, really great. But this, guys, check this out. I found another boat that's been transformed into a garden. How cool is that? I love these things. Sam, we're gonna put one at our house one day. This is so cool. I love these. This is awesome. This place also has a whole bunch of recycling and bins here. So we've got the general waste over here, so I'll just pop these in the bin. Something that's really, really cool is they've got liquid disposing, so liquid waste, liquid housing system, so you can get rid of like oils, because sometimes when you do oil changes, it's hard to know where to get rid of the old oil. So this is a perfect area. You got your recycling, your general waste, your oils, everything. Really nice big area, really convenient. We got the whole bus to ourselves. We got the whole bus.
This is awesome. Yeah.
So these buses in Darwin are absolutely awesome.
They're so cool. One of our favorite things about it is they are
Free. $0.
$0. So you can jump on, jump off wherever you want. Don't have to pay anything. It's absolutely awesome. They're beautifully air conditioned. They're a pretty good thing. And check it out.
We're the only ones on here.
Limo much? Wait, driver.
So the buses go like throughout the entire city. You can catch the connecting ones, and there's one right next to the Dinah Beach Yacht Club. Brilliant.
Absolutely perfect. There's a neat app which I don't actually know how to drive, but Kate's got it all sorted. So yeah, it'll tell us when the bus is coming. We jump on, we get chauffeured around, jump on off. It is so handy. And although it's the middle of winter, it is still fairly warm. So you do want to plan your walks on how far you're going and influence. But when you're on the bus, you don't need to plan anything. Jump on, we're off to the bar. Yeah.
Darwin is literally an absolute playground paradise. The city has over 130 playgrounds plus a handful of free water parks, each with its own theme, from giant climbing frames to nature-themed parks, plus large shade sails to keep the fun safe and cool all year round, even during the steamy wet season. And speaking of seasons, up here there are only two, the dry season and the wet season. The sunny, breezy, dry season runs from May to October, and the hot, stormy, wet season from November to April, which is famous for its spectacular lightning shows and tropical downpours. And Darwin's waterfront has had a serious glow up in recent years, with the city pouring lots of effort into making it the place to go for locals and tourists. There is a free, croc-free swimming lagoon with cycled seawater, tropical grass lawns with beautiful benches and picnic tables, and it's perfect for family outings. And the best part, which we absolutely love, is that it is completely free, with clean bathrooms, hot showers, and even a parent's room right there on site. And the waterfront also offers a aqua park, a wave pool, plus lots of restaurants, bars, cafes, hotels, and it offers a lot of things for everyone. Okay guys, so we are out to eat for lunch. We are at a place called Hot Tamale. This is one of the best places of Mexican food that we've found in Australia.
Mexican's Kate's favourite, so everywhere we go we sample a Mexican restaurant. I'm not a Mexican connoisseur, so I couldn't say food's yummy, but
yeah, and we came here on, when we got engaged, we did a road trip around Australia, and we came here years and years ago, and the food here, the Mexican food here in Darwin of all places, has the best Mexican food that we've ever tried. But last time we had to wait a little bit because everyone in Darwin knows that this is really good. But so today we've made sure that we got here super early. Check this out. We are the only people at the restaurant. We've made sure that we come here nice and early, and we're about to order.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope this episode inspires you to put Darwin and the Northern Territory on your bucket list. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button and leaving us a comment below. We try our very best to read and respond to all of them. A massive shout out to our Patreons. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you guys so much. If you are interested in joining our virtual J Crew and helping support us making videos and content, getting behind the scenes access, and more perks, the link to our Patreon is in the description box below and also in the first pinned comment. Thank you everyone so much again for watching, and we will see you all same time next week. Bye everyone. Of the whoopsie. This is where the whoopsie happened. So I didn't time the tides, and when we got back to the tender, the tide was completely out, and I mean out. It wasn't even low tide yet, and the tide was still going out for another hour and a half. So that means another hour and a half to get back to where it would be, and then more time on top of that to get water underneath. And you'd think like the True Kids 1 and 4 we could just tow it all the way down, but this mud is like the mud that you sink in. There's also crocodiles here. We are in the Northern Territory, so, and it's out like a long way, so I got us stuck for quite a few hours, but this is where we spent those hours. And we took these chair cushions from over here, these cushions, and they're all over the place, and we made a bed. And so we slept there until about 1 o'clock in the morning, when we had just enough water underneath the True Kit to get out. And the worst part of it is that Evan's been telling me about the tides in Darwin, and we've been in so many times in and out, and I just thought, wow, I'm nailing the tides, this is great. And then lo and behold, it didn't time it, didn't look at the tides, it came in, and I got ourselves stuck. So now I'm like telling everyone, watch the tides in Darwin, because when they say watch the tides, they mean watch the tides.